الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في قرآنه المجيد وفرقانه الحميد بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لقد كان في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا وقال تبارك وتعالى إنا أرسلناك شاهدا ومبشرا ونذيرا لتؤمنوا بالله ورسوله وتعزروه وتوقروه وتسبحوه بكرة وأصيلا وقال تبارك وتعالى قل إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم واتيعوا الله فإن تولوا ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم والله غفور رحيم قل أطيعوا الله والرسول فإن تولوا فإن الله لا يحب الكافرين وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من أحبني فقد أحب سنتي ومن أحب سنتي فقد معي في الجنة وقال الشاعر أحب الصالحين ولست منهم لعل الله يرزقني صلاحا وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يكون هواه تبعا لما جئت به وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى أكون أحب إليه من والده وولده والناس أجمعين وقال تبارك وتعالى وإنك لعلى خلق عظيم وقال تبارك وتعالى ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم بلغ العلا بكماله كشف الدجى بجماله حسنت جميع خصاله صلوا عليه وآله أما بعد. My dear respected elders and brothers, Muhtaram Samin, Rubiyan Ikram, our respected elders and mothers, aunties, sisters listening from home, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
MashaAllah, we are coming to the end of the holy month, special month of the birth of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, known as Rabiul Awwal, and we are nearly, inshallah, entering another special month known as Rabiul Thani. Rabiul Awwal is dedicated to the birth and life and seerah and surah and the milad of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Rabiul Thani will be and is dedicated to awliya, mashayikh, Rizvanideen, who done so much, sacrificed so much so that Islam comes to us from all over the world. last week we mentioned different aspects because the seerah and the surah, the life and the biography of our beloved Prophet Sallallahu is so huge and wide and vast and so deep that it can't be finished, it can't be completed. That's why we mentioned a few couplets, a few shares and nasheeds and a few sentences of great poets of Islam last week. In the name and love and seerah and surah and milad and birth of the Prophet ﷺ. There are so many books on the life and biography of the Prophet ﷺ. After the Quran and Sunnah, the first book is the Holy Quran. The entire Quran from beginning till end is based on the life of the Prophet ﷺ. Because every single word of the Quran was revealed on who? Was revealed on nobody else other than our beloved Prophet ﷺ. And the first word is Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, which gives an indication of how important education is, because Iqra means read. And we already mentioned what happened, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam squeezing and embracing Prophet Sallallahu and the whole story. There are so many books based on the life of the Prophet Sallallahu in the name of Sirat Mustafa, Sirat Rasul, Khatumun Nabiyyin, life of the Prophet, biography of the Prophet in Urdu, Bangla, English, Arabic, online, offline, free, and affordable, etc., etc. We should get hold of them like Adabul Mufrad, Rahiqul Maktoum, the Seal Nectar is quite famous, and many other books are quite famous from subcontinent of Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and also the Arab countries as well. Everybody has written as much as they can on the life of the Prophet ﷺ, to the extent that even non-Muslims have written on the life of the Prophet ﷺ. When any non-Muslim who is a little bit educated and intellectual and a bit decent, and is normal, just a normal human being, is looking for the truth, is a good Christian, maybe even a good Jew as well. Not all Jews are bad, just like not all Christians are bad, just like not all Muslims are bad. मुसलमान कोई डकैती कर ले, चोरी कर ले, इसका मतलब तो ये नहीं है कि पूरा इस्लाम खराब हो गया। वो तो एक फर्द है, वो बेचारा, उसको हिदायत और दुआ दावत की ज़रूरत है। उससे भी काम ना आया तो थोड़ा प्रेशर करने की ज़रूरत है, लेकिन ये नहीं कह सकते कि सब मुसलमान खराब है और इस्लाम खराब हो गया, नहीं। So just like this, because of one Muslim, bad Muslim, evil Muslim, we can't say all Muslims are bad. We can't say all Islam is bad, because Islam does not teach them things. Likewise, if any Christian does anything bad or evil, or any Jew does anything bad or evil, or says anything bad or evil, or writes something on Facebook against the Muslims, then it's only him. He's a minority. Otherwise, there are so many Jews that are defending Palestine. There are so many Jews that are dying for us. They're not bad. We don't have anything against them. We're not forcing them to be Muslim. They're not forcing us either. When we went to Palestine, mashallah, we went to the churches and everything. Famous historical churches. So, despite all the Muslim writers and authors writing on the life and biography of the Prophet ﷺ, because of the month of Rabiul Awwal and because of the birth and life and death of Prophet ﷺ, even the non-Muslims have written on the life of the Prophet ﷺ, to the extent that some non-Muslims have gone to jail and prison, some have been hanged and killed, some have been home arrested, and restricted. The locations have been, restricted. Why? Because why are you praising Islam? Why are you praising Muslims? Why are you praising the leader and the founder of Islam, Muhammad Sallallahu? This was always a threat on them. And whatever is happening now is also because they see us as a threat. They see Islam as a threat. They see Muslims as a threat. They see the Quran and Sunnah as a threat. But despite all that, if you go to White House, the first thing on the White House when you open the door, the first thing in massive letters in English and other languages is the Human Charter, the greatest and the biggest and the most beautiful and the most complete and the most perfect Human Charter, written by who? Nobody else other than Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Not written by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but stated and mentioned as a hadith and malfuzat, and the aqwal and the beloved sayings of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All the good things that we're supposed to do. The last sermon, the final sermon in Arafah that was given on Hajjatul Wida. This is displayed over there in White House. They don't accept their own Geneva Convention laws. They don't accept their own humanitarian laws. They don't accept their own whatever, morals and ethical behavior, whatever. It's all just for them, not for Muslims, for example. But despite all that, they have the best human charter, best human law and regulation, the best tips and guidance for humanity and the jinn kind and insan and jinnat in the White House displayed over there. And this is the final sermon of Rasulullah Sallallahu that he gave on Hajjatul Wida. In सब हर चीज़ में तमाम जुल्म वगैरह के बावजूद आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का जो आखिरी खुतबा था और आखिरी खुतबा फेमस है हज्जतुल विदा जो अरफा के मैदान में आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने इरशाद फरमाया था वो उधर लटका हुआ है व्हाइट हाउस में उन्होंने लटकाया नहीं किया. So they know Islam is truth. They know Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet and the most truthful. They know that Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the most merciful after Allah Ta'ala. He's the most kind. He's not an evil person. So his followers are also not evil. They are also trying to follow the Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We should also try and be kind and merciful. Copy every single sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Man ahabbani faqad ahabba sunnati, wa man ahabba sunnati faqad ma'iya fil jannah." That the person who loves me will have to love my sunnah. If we love someone, we copy him, we imitate him. Nowadays, children and teenagers and youth, if they like David Blaine, for example, or Beckham, for example, or someone else, any kind of non-Muslim superstar, magician, whatever, and they start copying him. They start looking for his T-shirt, and if they can't find his T-shirt, they start making it custom-sized and everything, and copying it as much as they can for their celebrity and their superstar. उनको कॉपी करते हैं, उनकी तरह टी शर्ट पहनते हैं, उनकी तरह हेयर स्टाइल करते हैं, है ना? हालांकि वो मुसलमान है और वो बेचारा काफिर है, फिर भी उसको कॉपी कर रहे हैं. Because you made him your Lord, you made him your kind of God, you made him your celebrity, you made him your big man. That's your famous man. That's what motivates you for some reason. It could be football, it could be music, it could be God knows what. These are all kuffar, all non-Muslims. So whoever anyone loves, they copy them. Whichever leader you like, you copy them. Whichever celebrity you like, you tend to copy them. Their food, their morning, their evening. Over here, the greatest leader and the biggest leader and the most beautiful and perfect leader is only one person for us Muslims, and that's the Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. لقد كان في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله واليوم الآخر وذكر الله كثيرا. Beshak Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the best uswa, best qudwa, best leader, best imam, the best exemplary person, the best person and the only person, the most perfect person to be copied and imitated. If we are to imitate and copy anyone, if we are to follow anyone, if we are to do ittiba and itaat of anyone, if we are to look for someone that when did he do breakfast, I will do it at that time. How did he do breakfast? I will do it like this. What clothes did he wear? I will try to wear this kind of clothes. How did he keep his beard? I will try to keep my beard like this. How did he do wuzu and ghusl? I will try and do wuzu and ghusl like this. How did Prophet ﷺ pray? Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. Pray like you saw me praying. Pray like you see me praying. Ola namaz for Rasulullah. That's what I mean namaz for see. Then I will be searching. If I have fikr and worry and concern of salat and prayer of my beloved Rasulullah Sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that's the only example we have. That's the best example Allah Ta'ala gave us. لقد كان في رسول الله أسوة حسنة لمن كان يرجو الله. Prophet Sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best and the perfect and the only any example and parable and the person and the best leader to be followed and copied and imitated in every aspect and angle of our life of this world and the hereafter. For those who liman kana yarjullaha, for those who believe in akhirah, for those who believe in life after death, for those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for those who believe in the Quran and Sunnah, for those who believe they have reckoning and accounting in front of Allah after death, for those who believe in the qabr and hashr and nashr. For us, liman kana yarjullaha wal yawmil akhir wa dhakara Allah kathira, and those who remember Allah ta'ala abundantly. Zira Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bishas koroin, Rasul bishas koroin, Quran and Sunnah bishas koroin, Hashem Nashr bishas koroin, Dunya Akhirat bishas koroin, Murabad is after Zindigi as after bishas koroin, Khoboro Gaz Sual Jawab Muitana bishas koroin, Hashram Madano Zaro Sual Jawab Waibula bishas koroin. Tarallagi Nomuna, Tarallagi example, our best example, our Qudwa, Uswa, our best leader and best person to be imitated, Zare Kofi Porta sign, Zare. অনুকরণ করতে চাই তাই শুধু এক মানুষ আর কেউ নাই তাই মিলা হুজুরে পাক সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লাম. If we should be looking for how he done wuzu, how he done salah, how he ate in the morning, how he ate in the evening, how he fasted. What's Bukhari and Muslim all about? What's Quran Sunnah all about? This is what it is all about. The entire seerah and surah of the Prophet Sallallahu, not just the birth, not just the milad, but from the milad, from the birth, all the way out of Ghar Hira, in the Ghar of Hira, out of Ghar Hira, back to Khadija Radhiyallahu anha, Meccan life, Medina life, Badr battle, Uhud battle, all the way till the demise and death and passing away of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We sent our Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we sent our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as a rahmat shuruf, as a mercy of both worlds. Dunya akhiratul mercy, dunya akhiratul rahmat. So we should be imitating, and we should never ever be our children as well. They should, and we should never ever be thinking about, oh, how can I be like this famous, soccer player, or football player, or leader? How can I be like David Blaine or Beckham? One is a magician and one is whatever, a football player or something. Yeah. They copy their hairstyles, they copy their t-shirts, they copy their, other clothing, they copy their, God knows, breakfast, dinner. We're supposed to be doing that with Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and advised by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, recommended by Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. If we call ourselves Ashik Rasul, Ashik Rasul, Rasulullah says that if you really love me, first of all, Allah Ta'ala says, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. That, oh my beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, tell your people that if they are really true that they love you, and if they really love Allah and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, then they only have to do one thing, and that is فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Follow, do ittiba of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Whatever Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam done in Rabiul Awwal and every day, we should be also doing. And whatever Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam done throughout the whole year, we should be imitating and copying. Whatever the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam done in the morning and evening, the Masnoon du'as, for example, there are many small booklets and things, available online, offline, everywhere, regarding the Masnoon authentic du'as. Morning dua, shukhalar dua, bikalar dua, gumaybar dua, musidar dua, kharir dua, fanir dua, toletor dua. After all these duas, one mushrik came to Salman Farsi Radhiyallahu anhu. MashaAllah, we visited Salman Farsi Radhiyallahu Maqam and grave in Palestine. So, Hazrat Salman Farsi Radhiyallahu, famous Sahabi, and he lived a long life. And he saw Isa alayhi salam's time as well, and I think he saw Musa alayhi salam's time as well, if I'm not wrong. So, Salman Farsi, somebody asked him, oh Salman, why does the Prophet ﷺ talk about the toilet? Somebody else donated, mashallah, Allah Ta'ala accept. Whoever is donating, continue donating, inshallah. Apna donation horta sai karoga, inshallah, shubidana. Apna continuously lekhaita ta hoga, ar apna yo horta ta hoga ekta lagi. Ita khub zaruri zinish, khub swabaz zinish, khub bala zinish, mashallah. And the khobaro gya amra paina. Even after death, we will receive the swab, and we will see this is coming because I donated in each masjid for this cause, or any cause regarding any masjid, madrasa is very rewardable. So Salman Farsi, a mushrik came and asked him that, oh Salman, why does the Prophet talk about toilet and how to go to wife and how to go to toilet and how to eat and drink? These are lowly things. If he was a prophet, he should be talking about something above the heavens or under the earth. Why are you talking about the toilet and how to go to wife and how to do intercourse and how to do this and how to do that? Subhanallah, even for intercourse there is dua. Afnar, zabai bor milonon lagi ho dua se. Shumaya se dua se torika se क्यों लगी? Allah Ta'ala Quran वर्षन वशारिकुहुम फिल अमवाल वल औलाद. शैतान ने वर्षन से शैतान से दुआ करे ना कालो के शरीक हुई जाओ. Shaitan was told that, oh Shaitan, oh Iblis, the husband and wife who does not say Bismillah and in the name of Allah, and they don't pray to recite the famous duas regarding conjugal relations, then go and join them. If you enter the house and you don't say Bismillah, then Shaitan says, oh my people, his crowd, his jamaat, his group, oh my people, they're worse than Zionists, Shaitan, Shayateen. He says, oh my people, this guy forgot to say Bismillah. Chalo, this is free hotel, free buffet today. Let's go in. ये बिस्मिल्लाह पढ़ना भूल गया, आज हाजी साहब के घर में दाखिल हो जाते हैं रोजाना बिस्मिल्लाह पढ़ते हैं, दाखिल नहीं हो सकते. आज बेचारा भूल गया, आज चलो आज फ्री बफे है, आज उनके साथ खाएंगे. Asku haji sabe mwana sabe यहाँ से पूरी के सुन बिस्मिल्लाह को asku solo aku nanti orang akan bagi na blockade juga ni blockade juga asku dan bismillah pun sunnah asku free entry asku fura buffet asku beshoria हम क्या कर रहे हैं. तो eating time, if you don't say Bismillah, Shaitan says, وَشَارِكُهُمْ فِي الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَوْلَادِ. Let's join in. Entering the home, if you don't say Bismillah, Shaitan says, let's enter in. And they enter and they cause fights, they cause problems. they cause all these divorces happening, all these fights and disputes happening, all these arguments happening. Family dorbaro, domestic issues and all this. Where is this coming from? This is because we are not following the Quran and Sunnah. We just say we love Allah, we love Rasul, we love Masjid Madrasa, we love Ulama, we love Quran and Sunnah. We are Ashik Rasul, but our entry in the house is not according to Sunnah. Our eating, drinking is not according to Sunnah. Our coming to the masjid is not according to the Sunnah. Our work, job, life, trade, commerce, business, tijarat, befsha is not according to Sunnah. If it was, there would have been barakah, there would have been rahmah, there would have been hidayah, there would have been guidance, there would have been blessings from Allah and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. All these disputes won't occur, all these fights won't occur, all these wars won't occur, all these mishaps won't happen and won't occur. This is only because we have not looked into the seerah and surah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, starting from the Milad verse till the death of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So, there's very less time and too much to cover. There was a person called Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah Alayhi, famous person called Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah Alayhi. We all know, elders know, mashallah, Murubbi Khalid are knowing, Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah Alayhi naam to unke. Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah Alayhi, time Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam re dekhta varse, lekin utane shumaya asla. वो आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के ज़माने में थे लेकिन ज़ियारत नहीं हुई. क्यों ज़ियारत नहीं हुआ? देखता और सुना क्यों लगी? Because he was busy with his mom's khidmat. He was busy in the khidmat and service of his mother. Hai tano mar khidmat to busy asla ze time mari asla tuya ta Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam rino zawa यमनी मानुष असला उवैस कर्नी रहमतुल्लाह यमन के थे. तो यमन से मदीना जाना उनके लिए बहुत मुश्किल था, माँ को छोड़ के इस तरह जाना. And he really wanted to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He really wanted to become a sahabi. Because if you see anyone that sees male or female, he's able to see with his iman and heart and eyes as well. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he's become sahabi. The iman is showing Allah Rasulullah Dekila is a sahabi, you see. So he wanted to become a sahabi, he wanted to get the privilege and fazila and virtue of the Quran and Sunnah of becoming a companion of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam knew this as well. He came so many times to Medina, but could not see the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he went back to his mother's khidmah and he said, Chalo, maybe it's not in my, qismah to see Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I will continue serving my mother. I will continue doing khidmah of my mother. Ami amar marifat mot khormu, ar dua darud khormu, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam lagi, ar ami khali asha wa rasha khormu. He, in the love of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, before he passed away, he said to Abu Bakr and Umar, that, oh Abu Bakr and Umar, Uwais Qarni tried to come and meet me, but he couldn't meet me. And I won't be able to see him either. After me, go and meet him. And he gave him some cloth, some kapra, some cloth, so khafur di soy, ar khoi soy. The Amar bade Uwais Qarni lo loge kya dekha khuriyo. Kai khala manu shui ba thana wala da taqwa gave description. And go and give this cloth to him as hadi as gift from Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so he can console himself, he can be happy, And say my salam to him as well. Our salam huyo. And tell him that because of him, a great crowd, a massive number of my ummah, followers who are sinful, they will be forgiven. The Thandi kya huyo, amar khafur diyo, hadiya diyo, ar salam huyo. Thandi tukaya balale fayo, make sure huyo. The October Uwais Qarni Rahmatullah Alayhi. Ar thandi khushromi diyo, gratagim diyo. The time the auto marifat mot khorsoy. Ar auto chesta khorsoy, hamara dekhwa lagi, but hamara dekhta khorsoy. Ar thandi marifat motor kan preference disoy. Ar bitra kan kursoy. Bitra tan safar korsoy zabi nobile dakam system farsina ki bhai amar mar khidmat through ami sartan bartam na biyotare balance bartam hoibo wala tani zindagi gesigi. He became a great tabi. He couldn't become a great sahabi because he couldn't see Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but he became a great tabi, the next level after the sahaba, those who saw the sahaba. So Abu Bakr and Umar who after the demise of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as the wasiyah and advice of the Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he took that, whatever it was, maybe a kafni or shalwar or maybe chadar, whatever it was, some kind of clothing. And they went to Yemen and they had to ask people, do you know Uwais Qarni? Do you know Uwais Qarni? We are looking for Uwais Qarni. We have come from Medina, from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Show us and tell us where is this person called Uwais Qarni. After a long time, they went to a desert, desert, jungle, and they saw him with sheep, busy with working with sheep, and he was a black man, and the description was fitting, according to the description of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And they met him, and he was like, who are you people? Where have you come from? Nobody comes here. I'm busy with my sheep and my mother, and I've got no time for anyone, and I've been to Medina a few times, and that's it. I couldn't see Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And and they were shocked to see. Of course, they told him that I am Abu Bakr, I am Umar, we are the great companions of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave you salam, after salam and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave you some hadiah, some kapra, some clothing as a gift, so you can be happy and you can use it as well, and you can console yourself. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave a glad tiding that whoever you do dua for, a great number of sinful Muslims of this ummah will be forgiven. Upon this, West Qarni was, shocked, and he was embarrassed, and he was crying that, Ya Allah, subhanallah, I am Mr. Nobody. They were all humble people. The more you tell them that you are this, they used to say, I'm Mr. Nobody. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam actually gave me this hadiah. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam actually loves me so much. And I also love Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam so much. And Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave me such a glad tiding. And I'm not even a Sahabi. I'm a village person, I'm busy with my mother. I'm a black person who's not even handsome or beautiful, and I'm busy with my sheep. And you people have come with such a big glad tiding, I'm not worthy of this. So then they realized that he doesn't have any teeth and he's still a young person. So they asked West Qarni, what that nahi kita lagi? To be young man should be so, what that nahi kita lagi? Why haven't you got any teeth? So West Qarni said that, oh Abu Bakr and Umar, when I heard regarding the Battle of Uhud, and when I heard in the Battle of Uhud, during the Battle of Uhud, Rasulullah two teeth Mubarak was shaheed, was martyred. I did not know which teeth it was, So I was asking myself, maybe it's this teeth, so I broke that one. Then he said, maybe it's the other one, so I broke that one as well. Then I thought, maybe it's my molars or premolars or the front one, I broke them as well. One by one, I couldn't console myself, I couldn't satisfy myself. I mean, I want to Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam couldn't that shaheed, he said, Ushubar Saba all the Declanani, the Tane that show he don't need now, Nathan protection of Talarani, and Abu Bakr Umar do it so Tura October Sabu, Yaturana with protection of Talarani, and that's Killa Shahid is there, you don't know, Lafra Sabi of all. The Tane Kunda Shahid is Sabina, which proof for Shahid, which is Patani Chala, Vita Patani, Consa that Shahidua, Consa Dandan Barak or Dan Barak Shahidua, Isle, Menesocha Daitra Wala Shahidua, Meneskobi Shahid Kardia, Menesocha Baitra Wala Shahidua, Gato, Meneskobi दिया मैंने सोचा सामने वाला दांत भी शहीद हुआ होगा मैंने उसको भी तोड़ दिया एक एक करके मुझे तसल्ली देने के लिए अपने आप को तसल्ली देने के लिए एक एक करके सब दांतों को 32 दांतों को 32 दांत से मैं शहीद हो गया वाला इसी all 32 whatever teeth I got rid of in the love of my beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Don't ever do this, by the way, this is the next level love of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. If you do this and you're going to say Imams have told us West Qarni story, I'm not telling anyone to do this. For this is not jais. This is a different level of love of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We shouldn't harm ourselves. That's only West Qarni, him, Allah, and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Their love was on a different level. Tara muhabbat, tara muhabbat, tara love, tara ittiba, arafta level was it. Tara zutar kula khanda tomra lekha harta. Amra beshi take beshi ona buya kuitam barum discussion hota harta. We should try and follow them as much as we can. We can't even eat what Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ate. Doki roti, barley. Not the barley today. Today's barley, even today's barley is very good. But today's barley is crushed and processed and very fine and refined. Even still is good. You should use it. It's sunnah. Barley is sunnah. You can use it with cornflakes, with milk, with other things. Ill person and those who are suffering from mental health, etc., and heart problems, they should use it. So barley is very good. It's sunnah as well. There's many ways you can get barley on sunnah food shops and Islamic shops from Newton, etc. But the barley the Prophet ﷺ used, that is joki roti. For us, ye karenge na to that took jayena. Joki roti, and that was raw joki roti, yani barley. The barley joki roti, it wasn't processed, it wasn't, there was no process going on. It was like rough and raw, bilkul fresh stuff. Usko Rasulullah istemal farmate the, or Sahaba istemal farmate the. So those who keep on saying sunnah, ishki nabi, they should be careful as well. Those who keep on saying ittiba nabi, they should be careful as well. There are certain things we can't follow Rasulullah Sallallahu. We don't have that belly and that system and that immune system. We don't have the teeth and mouth. We don't have the whole body system. They fought on Uhud. Can you imagine those who are going to Hajj and Umrah, how strong Uhud is and how strong, can we even go on top of any of those mountains? Mashallah, people do go, but the Sahabas, they done battle on those mountains. They done real battles on those mountains. Khadija went on her own with food. All the way up the mountain to give Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam every day, every other day. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam daily came down and went, by himself, without any help, without any stick. So they must have been so strong. So we are not like this. We can't do everything. Once Abdul Qadir Jilani Rahmatullah Alayhi, in his khanqa, he gave, very simple food to his muridin. And after a few, I made him do zikr and mujahada and taklif and, cleaning the nafs, and made them go through a lot of, very serious kind of, therapies and everything. After a few days, khanqa was empty. So he thought, Ya Allah, why is my khanqa empty? Why is my masjid empty? I'm trying to fix them up, I'm trying to do Islam, I'm trying to do tasawwuf. People are going to call me Pirani Pir, Abdul Qadir Jilani Rahmatullah alayhi. Why is my khanqa empty? My khanqa empty kyun lagi? So after a few days, he found out all his murideen were ill in bed, because of the food and everything, and because of the difficult mujahada and struggling games to do. The prescription was too hard. Then he said, Ya Allah, we can't follow Rasulullah Sallallahu like that. We can't eat the food of Rasulullah Sallallahu. We can't wear the clothing. Prophet Sallallahu, the only clothing he had was ihram clothing. Sahaba wore ihram clothing. They never had the clothing we have. They, the 80 people that were in Ashab Sufa on that chabutra, on that step in Masjid Nabawi, only 80 Sahaba. To hide the private parts and everything, they used to sit together. To hide their dignity and honor, they used to sit together. They barely had something to cover their top and bottom. And whatever sadaqah khairat is to come, this is to be given to them. They had no food, they were so poor. That's why Allah Ta'ala accepted them. That's why Rum, Kisra, Faris, Persia, they were, crushed under their foot. All that ruhaniyat, all that power. You don't need guns, you don't need all this kind of worldly equipment. You need iman. They had iman in them. They had the ruhani power in them. They had the real love and zeal and motivation of Rasulullah in them. That used to work wonders. Shah Jalal Rahmatullah alayhi, regarding him, he said that, he had so many karamat as well. He crossed the river of Shurma in Bangladesh, etc., etc. And that's why we are Muslim today. These karamat are coming from the mujizah of Rasulullah because they followed Rasulullah. So they used their ruhaniyat. We actually went to his house at Madrasa in Palestine. That house could not be demolished. That's in such a place that is exactly like it was before. MashaAllah. So Salahuddin Ayyubi Rahmatullah alayhi, him and the King Richard of England, they were at each other at that time. They were at battle basically. And Salahuddin Ayyubi, after every battle, he used to send fruit and everything to King Richard. And King Richard used to send fruit to him as well, because they recognized each other as similar, power, similar strength, and they used to admire each other as well. They used to respect each other as well. Agarche dushman hai, they are enemies. They want to conquer each other. They want to, overpower each other. But they recognize that, mashallah, Salahuddin Ayyubi is a strong man, and he also used to recognize and appreciate, mashallah, King Richard is also quite strong. And so many times Palestine came under the Muslims and went under the Christians and came under the Muslims again. So Salahuddin Ayyubi Rahmatullah, he wasn't a great general or something. He never went to training. He never went to gym. He never went to some army singing training. He was just a normal Maulvi Sahib from a masjid, from a maktab. He used to teach in that house that we went to. That was his masjid in Madrasa, that was his house. He taught Quran to the kids. And when he saw the Crusaders coming to harm the Muslims and invade Aqsa, he went forward, he made the army straight away, and he went forward with his ruhaniyat, jismaniyat, zahiri batini, ruhani, jismani, kamalat and powers, and in the name of Allah Ta'ala, with the tasbih in the hand, and with full tasawwuf and iman and amal, and he went and conquered it. So this was the imani power. We need imani power as well. Of course we need other powers and help and support as well. But the main thing that's, the main clock is our imani clock. If our imani clock does not wake up for Fajr, then 10 million other clocks will wake us up. If our imani power doesn't bring us to the masjid, then the whole world armies can get together, they can't bring us to the masjid. If our imani power doesn't do what happened in Badr and Uhud, then all these, everything going on, Muslims will just be shaheed and shaheed and shaheed and shaheed. Prophet ﷺ told the Sahaba, the old Sahaba, you are living in such a time, that Muslims will be, Muslims will be less, but they'll be very powerful. By time is coming, the Muslims will be huge in number, but they'll be, Ghusa'un Kawsa is saying, they'll be like the bubble of the ocean. So Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, why will that be? What's the reason? Despite being such a big number before Qiyamah, they will be, defeated all the time, and they'll be sacrificed all the time, and there'll be wars and bloodshed all the time, and there'll be shaheed all the time. And we are less in number and we are so powerful. What's the reason? So Prophet ﷺ said there are two reasons. One is hubbu dunya, the other is karahiyatul maut. Love of the world and hate of death. So Abu Bakr used to say that I'm sending an army who loves death like you love the life. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to act upon these things and to fix ourselves up as in less love of the world, more love of akhirah, and death is the true love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our brother Radwan has some announcements to make into that.